Alright guys, welcome to This Week in Wrestling, covering everything that's gone on over the course of this past week, a week in which the big guy, Ryback, confirmed that himself and the WWE will no longer be doing business together. Ryback broke the news in a video posted on his Instagram account in which he thanked his fellow superstars before going on to take a shot at WWE by wishing them well in their future endeavours. Now, for anyone wondering what led to this, around 2 months ago, Ryback was sent home from Raw after a meeting with Vince McMahon, in which Ryback voiced his frustration about his position on the roster. At the time, WWE were looking to offer Ryback a new deal, but while Ryback seen himself as a big main event player and a big star, WWE didn't. Therefore, Vince sent Ryback home from the taping until both sides could work something out. However, following Ryback's video, it appears that there is no resolution on this one, and it won't be long before WWE officially announce Ryback's release. In this week's Question of the Week, we're asking what you make of Ryback's impending release. Are you sad to see him go, or are you hungry for more? You can see Twitter responses across the bottom of the screen, but get involved and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Moving on to Paige, and she too currently finds herself in an awkward position with WWE, as although she's currently out of action with an injury, it's been reported that there are behind the scenes issues working against her. Those issues led to her and boyfriend Alberto Del Rio being split up in the WWE draft, with Paige heading to Raw and Del Rio to Smackdown. Speaking of the draft, and Tommy Dreamer this week revealed that WWE did indeed offer him a contract and that he was destined to be backstage at last month's draft. However, Dreamer opted to turn down the contract offer due to his commitments to both his own company, House of Hardcore, and his ongoing charity work. Despite turning the deal down, Dreamer revealed that he's offered to come in and work for WWE whenever possible without signing the contract, as he did earlier this year when he teamed up with the Dudley Boys against the Wyatts. Moving on to NXT, and this week we finally got to see the debut of former TNA star Bobby Roode. Roode took the ring to cut a promo at the crowd, which started out as a face promo but soon shed its skin, revealing the heel side of Roode, who told the fans in attendance he plans to make NXT glorious, and in doing so he'll rid the arena of the current fans in the oversized t-shirts and instead bring in the VIPs and executives. From NXT, we head to Smackdown Live, where according to some reports, the show plans to debut 2 new championships in the very near future. First off, there are plans to introduce a new Women's Championship, which was confirmed by Smackdown GM Daniel Bryan, who let slip the announcement during an interview last week. Aside from a new Women's Championship, they're also set to be bringing in a Tag Team Championship, with both belts rumoured to debut shortly after SummerSlam. Speaking of SummerSlam, and this week's seen the return of Brock Lesnar, who's set to take on Randy Orton later this month. However, things didn't go quite so well for Lesnar, as after making his return to Raw, he was taken out by an RKO out of nowhere after a run-in from Orton. Lesnar did manage to get some retribution though, as he appeared on Smackdown this week, where he returned the favour and took out Randy Orton with an F5. Following both superstars invading each other's show, it's been announced by WWE that Smackdown GM Daniel Bryan will be heading to Raw this week, apparently to stop this kind of thing happening in the future. Good luck with that, Daniel. Staying with SummerSlam, and this week's seen more matches announced for the show, as AJ Styles is set to take on John Cena, and Charlotte has been granted her rematch, so she'll face off against Sasha Banks for the WWE Women's Championship. Also on the card, we'll have Dean Ambrose defending the WWE Championship against Dolph Ziggler, who defended his #1 contendership spot this week on SmackDown against Bray Wyatt. Then we'll have the introduction of the WWE Universal Championship as Seth Rollins takes on Finn Balor, and of course there's the match we just mentioned as Brock Lesnar battles Randy Orton. Looking ahead to next week, and while we already know Daniel Bryan will be on Raw, another name currently announced to appear on the show is hip-hop legend Sean Combs, who you'll know better off as Puff Daddy, or Diddy, P Diddy, Puffy, Puff, whatever name he's going by. They'll probably tie in Pokemon Go, and we'll have R-Truth and Goldust calling him Jigglypuff. So make sure to tune in next week and find out. Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of This Week in Wrestling, but make sure to get involved and let me know your thoughts on all of this week's stories in the comments, and stay tuned over the weekend for a full recap of all this week's WWE 2K17 news ahead of part 2 of the roster reveal this coming Tuesday. Until next time guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, have yourself an awesome weekend, and until next time, I'll catch you later.